Hello everybody, my name is QBM and welcome back to another tutorial. It's been a while since I've uploaded, so I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys what we're going to be making today real quick. So the first thing we're going to want to do is make some chords. It's going to be, usually in future bass you're going to stick to like minor seventh or major seventh chords. For now we'll just pick an easy scale, we'll say C major. We can do something like this. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is make our chord sound. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the right mixer channel real quick. Okay, so pretty much all you need to make big chords is a lot of super saw. So we're going to have 2 layers like this. And then we're going to make yet another layer, just so we can have a way more detuned layer. Copy the chords over there. Okay, then we'll write a little LFO shape here. Pretty basic stuff. You don't have to make it too complicated. And then we'll just automate the volume here. Or sorry, modulate the volume there. And then we'll do the same thing on this other one. Now don't worry if they aren't the exact same shape. You just want to get the general shape down. Now the LFO will clip a little at the end there, so we're just going to do that. Okay, cool. Now let's just go through and compress the chords a little bit. Just some basic stuff. I'm going to use this free compressor. Then we're going to EQ them. So this one's going to be the topmost layer. So we're going to use the EQ to mostly focus on the top section, and we're going to high pass this. Okay, and we want the top section to be real wide, so we'll do that there. And also, I'll go back into the patch real quick and add a hyper dimension onto there. Cool. And then we also can add a little bit of reverb here. Cool, and now this section we're really going to beef up the mids, because that's really what we want here. A little less reverb. Still going to add some reverb to this other section, just less. Cool. Now we're going to add some drums. With future bass is a subgenre of trap music, so we can just pretty much use trap drums, and it's going to sound how we want it to. I'm going to use the Daily FB Chill Sound sample pack. There we go. Now I'm going to set up our side chaining real quick. You can do side chaining with the compressor however you want. I automate it. because that's just how I like it. But the side chaining is totally up to you. I'm going to put the majority of it on the kick, and then the snare is going to get less. We can copy those into there. Great. Now I'm also going to do one more thing here. I'm going to just make a little bus with the chords, so that way we can actually control them any way we like. So like if I want to add a filter to the whole of the chords without having to do 2 filters, I can do it like that. So let's go. Okay, now we're going to add some hi-hats real quick. Cool. Awesome. Now we'll add a bass. Now for sub bass, it's really easy to get a strong sub bass with just a sine wave and some distortion. So I'm going to set up a sine wave right here. Now I want to bring it down a little bit. And then we can add a lot of tube distortion and some white noise. And then we'll just have it follow the chords. Pretty simple stuff. So let's see our chord pattern. Goes like this. I believe it goes C, A, F, B, if I remember correctly. I already forgot, honestly. Now we can even have the sub move with the chords if we want. Awesome. Now let's add Maximus to this, so I can go through and compress the sub real quick. Add a little more of that filter there. Cool. Now we only need a couple more things to really fill this out. So next we're going to add an ARP. Now I'm going to use a plugin that I really like called TB Peach for this. You can use really whatever plugin you like, but I like TB Peach because it has a lot of arcade 8-bit sounds in there, like which really has that happy future bass tone to it. So let's go ahead and copy these chords, paste them into TB Peach. Wrong spot. We're also going to put them on 43. Okay, and then we can use the arpeggiator. You know what, sometimes you just got to write it out yourself. So we'll just throw it in an empty spot real quick. Throw the chords behind it in an empty spot. Go in here and just write it ourselves. I love ghost notes. If you don't know how to turn on now, you can go into, you can't see this sidebar here, but you can go into helpers and then hit ghost channels, and you can also hit editable ghosts under that, so you can actually slide the ghosts around and edit them. Cool. Now we want this to be a little more of a add some reverb. Now, last thing that we can really do here to emphasize this is we can add a little pluck in between these these little empty spots, because they're kind of boring right now. So we can add a pluck or some samples or really whatever we want to bring it out and just fill out the holes in the drop. So let's just make a basic little pluck. Awesome. Now we can add a lot of delay and reverb to this. It's really what we want here. We want let's actually make it a bandpass delay. And we'll even ping pong it. And then a lot of reverb. And then we'll just fill out the holes here. So we'll just add a little like almost riff in between each chord. So and then we'll also automate this, so we don't want the actual delay coming in after the little fill part. So we can do something like this. Oh, let's turn off that. There we go. Okay, now that's an awful pluck. I instantly changed my mind about that. Let's make it also chiptune, but we'll just do this one on our own. We use pulse width modified square wave there. A little bit of white noise. Okay, let's also mute the arpeggiator whenever the holes for the other sounds are coming in. So the way I like to do this is you could automate the fader, but then if I want to make volume changes later on, it's a real big pain. So what I like to do is use a fruity balance for that. So we can do something like this. Actually, we could have just linked it to the reverb, but too late. So, oh yeah, that's right, because we're gonna have it make a separate automation there. So that way the tail of the reverb gets cut off. Awesome. Now you can do really whatever you want. You can add a lead and solo over it. You can add vocals, vocal chops in between. You can add just really whatever you want. I'm just showing you guys how to make the basic structure. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions about this, be sure to leave a comment. And also comment and let me know what genres you'd like to see a tutorial on next. That'll be it. I'll see you guys next time.
What is this, chat? Subscribe to QBM? Okay, well I guess that counts then.